and thanks for joining me. Yes, this is about being an old timer. I'm 76, facing the same health problems, the same loneliness, the same problems with wanting to cook and eat and what to eat as you are having. Not wanting to go to all the doctor's appointments that were scheduled for, or the dentist appointments, or the specialist appointments. No, I don't like to do that either, so let's talk about it. I want you to feel like you got a friend here. I want you to know that you and I are experiencing the same thing, so let's chat about it so you don't feel alone. So I don't feel alone. Okay. I've noticed that several things have changed over the years. I worked just like you probably did. Probably worked longer than I should have. Way after 65. And nothing broke down. Now it's very difficult for me to walk down the street and make it back. So what do? I just walk halfway down the street and walk back for exercise. Now that's only if I choose to exercise that day. Other times it's not quite that tough because I live in a house that has a lot of stairs. So I get my exercise going up and down and up and down and up and down to the basement and back up to the garage and down those stairs and back up. I got to extra story, and to get to the second story where the bathroom is and the bed and the sink and the shower, I gotta walk those stairs. So give me a break. Am I exercising enough? Say yes. But here's the deal. I got in 2020, no, 2020 when COVID came out, I got it 3 times. The first time they didn't know what to do with me. I went into the local hospital and they put me in isolation for about a day till they called hotlines and all that and found out what pills to give me and what shots to put in my hip and how often to see me and all that. Well, I got it 2 more times. Well, you may or may not have heard of long-term COVID, but that's what it turned to. So as I walk up and down the stairs, it's painful in my legs and my back. And if I try to lift anything over 30 pounds, let's just say a 24 pack of bottled water, it hurts when I set it down. Sometimes I have to set it down on each step and then walk up the step, put it on another step, because my car is parked in a garage. So I have to go up the steps to the first floor. So that's part of being an old timer, and then I have a water softener, and those are 40-pound bags of salt. So I have a friend that I call a handyman that will. I have a list of things, and then when I have enough things to call him up and pay him, I will ask him if he'll stop by at Lowe's or Walmart and pick me up 3 or 4 more bags, 40 pound bags of salt, and he'll put them in the water softener. We have hard water here, and these are some items that we're dealing with, that I'm dealing with. I don't want to complain. I just want to say that can't get up in the morning. Are you like that? I've always had a sleeping disorder. How about you? Have you had sleeping disorders? Now, when I say sleeping disorders, I'm not just saying getting up one time at night and going to the restroom. I'm saying taking 2 to 3 hours just to fall asleep. And let me just say, sometimes not go to sleep. There's 1 to 2 times a month I don't go to sleep. There's 1 or 2 times a night I don't. 1 or 2 times a month I don't fall asleep till 2:30 or 3:30 or 5:30. Then I'll get a couple hours sleep. I can't turn it off. The activity in the mind, I can't turn it off. Even if I haven't been eating late at night or watching movies or anything, I can't turn it off. Well, you gotta pray, you gotta meditate, you gotta do something to keep your mind occupied, or it's gonna go like this, like a whirlwind. Let me add to that, if it gets noticeable, I'll pick up a book and read it until I just can't read anymore because I'm so tired. Have you ever been that way? Okay, so then I finally get to sleep. And I gotta be honest with you. I usually don't make it to bed before 11 or 12. So that hurts. There's an old saying that going to sleep 1 hour before midnight is 1 hour before midnight. For every hour before midnight, it would cost you 2 hours of sleep after midnight. So if you don't go to bed before midnight, if you wanna experience a 8-hour night, you'll be sleeping 16 hours. You better check that out on Google and see if anyone has commented on that one. So, about noon to 1, I know I better get up. Because I've been told if I don't get up and walk, I'm liable to have a stroke or blood clots. Okay. I pushed it to 1 o'clock several times, still do. Don't want to, but my mind is alert by then, but the body doesn't want to get out of bed. Now the reason I'm doing these YouTubes is because I used to be a writer. If you look me up on Amazon, you'll see I'm a writer. Here's three right here. Here's a couple right here. The last one's The Summer of Love. The Winter of Love. And the Autumn of Love. Now there was another one of love for the 4th season, but I don't see it sitting around. But I just say that because my ability to write has diminished. I don't want to write a check to send out. I do it by phone if I can, or by computer. It's like a disconnect from my mind to my hand. So I said, okay. People would say, you like to talk, don't you? I said, yeah, but I don't like to write anymore. They said, well, why don't you get on YouTube? Well, too shy. Don't know the technicals of getting on it. Don't have any friends that will help me. However, I had one person set it up for me on a Android phone about 4 or 5 years ago, and we did 1 or 2 on it, and then didn't do anything for about 3 years. I think I gained enough off of YouTube videos on how to set up and do a YouTube that I've gotten this far. And this is pitiful. I'm in my man cave. This is not a studio. This is a $50 computer. No, not 500, 50. It's by Dell, D-E-L-L. Good company. And you're saying you must have good external speakers and a microphone and video. No, it's the one that came with it. Well, where do you get a $50 computer? Well, I used to get used computers off Amazon. They've gotten too high, so I switched to eBay, and this guy wanted $55 for it, and I said, "Would you take 50?" The minute I said I'd give him 50, I got confirmation he was sending it. Hey, what can you say? I played with it for a while, and just like any computer, I'm using it. Now, here's the other thing: outboard hard drives, whatever you call them. I've had people try to teach me how to use those so I could save the videos. I keep forgetting. Not a sign of old age, is it? So, about every 20 videos I make, I go through and I erase them on the computer. They stay on YouTube, of course, but I go to the camera where the video and camera is, and I start deleting them. If I don't, it won't make any more. After so many videos, it won't make any more videos. It just stops. it'll give you a warning that you're out of space. So I do the best I can for really not having any tutoring. And there's a couple of people that offered to teach me more of what I need to know if I was shelling out some money. And I tell you what, there's people that will have courses for sale on YouTube for about everything. How to market your videos, how to get advertising for your YouTubes, how to start making money in 6 months or a year. The people I know that started making money, it took 6 years of making videos, because you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and you've got to have so many hours of people watching it. You can look at my videos and know right off the bat I'm never going to get there. I'm not going to try. And when I told a friend that, I said, I'm not even going to try. He says, just keep putting out videos. That's why I'm putting out 2 tonight. The one before this was how I met girls by having a wacky radio station in Louisville give out my phone number, and how they'd call me up and how I would talk with them, and some of them we went out on dates. That's not a serious or educational video, but it's a true one. You might enjoy it for an old geezer like me. Let's see, I eat one time a day, because I'm trying to lose weight. So I do the bare minimum in the morning. I might get a little cup of those yogurt, put raisins in them and eat that, or a liquid drink like Boost or Ensure. It seems like the more I try to lose weight, the more another pound or 2 creeps up. Now, if you've had any of these experiences you want to share with a line or 2 or 3, I'll try my best to respond as quick as I can. I just found out something new today. I had people who wrote to me 3 or 4 months ago, and I was replying to them all. And the friend that I told them, I said, I responded to 3 months worth of videos, and he said, they're not going to get them. They got to go right back on your site to get the answer. Well, that was a big worry for me at nights when I knew I wasn't getting around to answering their comments on time. How you think I felt when I spent 2 days answering all those and realizing they'll never see the answers? So those are the fun things I learn along the way as I creep along the long trail of becoming a YouTube star. Yep, with about 460 or 70 subscribers, I classify myself as an official YouTube star. Even though what friends I have, 2 or 3, that are in this YouTube, they may get 3 or 4 or 5,000 views on one within an hour after making a video like this. Now, I will tell you this, and I think I'm right, that I'll be lucky to get 12 views. Well, I have to make up a title for this, don't I? Okay. And that's not any easy thing for me, because when I got, well, I did mention this, when I got long COVID, it affected my memory and my thinking. You may have picked that up, huh? So I've got and I don't know how to make thumbnails. I don't know how to buy them. I don't know how to rent them. I don't know how to create them. That's why you'll see my face on all of them. I'm a thumbnail. Now I gotta think of a title that will cause some people to think, is he serious with that title? Or should I pass on by? I thank you for listening. And heaven knows what the title's going to be. I think since the last one was about wacky radio station, I think I'm going to make this one more like something to do with old timers. Let's chat or let's share. Even one word can make a difference in the title, and I haven't found that one word that works. Someone says, why don't you come up with better titles for your YouTube? And I said, if I knew where to go, I'd go back there more often. Because I had one that hit 1,600, maybe 700 by now. Can you believe that? This will probably get 12 people watching. I have one that hit 1,600. And it was sort of a spontaneous thing. I was listening to Hank Williams. I'm so lonesome I can cry. My hair was more messed up than it was here. I'm embarrassed. I tried to get it off there, but I didn't know how to take it off. I was going to put a better picture on there. Got around 1,700 views. And people giving me advice what to do about loneliness. That's an idea. Maybe put lonely in the title of this one. Maybe that'll take me back to where I can get a few more watchers. Well, I could ramble on, but if you're an old timer, you're probably still listening because it might be more fun to listen than it might be to watch TV. Thanks for listening. Tune in again, probably tomorrow. Bye.